In 1986, during an experimental safety test, one of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant reactors suffered an explosion, setting off a chain of fire events that would ultimately endanger the lives of half the people of Asia and Europe, with the potential to destroy a large portion of the planet with contamination. As fire crews died fighting a losing battle with the burning reactor into the night, several eyewitnesses, including power plant worker Mikhail Varitsky and his team, reported seeing, quote, a ball of fire, and it was slowly flying into the sky, unquote, and hovering over the scene for several hours. At one point, when area radiation levels peaked at around 6 times the lethal level, the reactor was in jeopardy of igniting in a nuclear core detonation. Suddenly, 2 beams of crimson light emitted from the UFO into the out-of-control burning reactor and held there for about 3 minutes. Then they suddenly faded, and the UFO slowly floated away and disappeared. In that brief moment, the site's radiation levels had suddenly dropped from 3,000 milliroentgens to only 800. And the most critical stage of the firefight was over. Catastrophic nuclear detonation of the reactor had been averted. The Soviet government barely even admitted to the meltdown accident at all, and of course, did not mention the UFO. 25 years later, an earthquake off the coast of Japan triggered a tsunami tidal wave that smashed into the Fukushima nuclear power plant, resulting in the meltdown of not 1, but 3 reactors, just a couple of hours from Tokyo, the world's most populous city. Over 15 million lives were at risk, when once again several UFO sightings over and near the power plant were reported and videoed by civilians, despite a media blackout on the story. Somehow, the radiation leakage from those reactors was also miraculously suppressed below critical levels, and the disaster was contained to the immediate vicinity. If the disaster had not been miraculously contained, a large portion of Asia would no longer be inhabitable. Why did UFOs appear during such a critical time? Did they save our planet from disaster? Why did so many eyewitnesses report seeing the same thing? It's hard to believe whatever happened was more than a coincidence.